Good evening and salutations, my GH friends. Okay, Willow gets Sunny and Carly over and pretty much tells her, I don't understand why they took so long to actually just really kind of go through this whole thing, but she's like, listen, I want you to be able to see Michael. You know, like I don't even understand how we got to this point, but it's the right thing to do, and it's right for Michael. So I was like, okay, fine, cool. And Carly was like, hey, listen, we tried to give it the whole college try with Tracy, but she's been on some new-ish for some odd reason, but we did try. So Portia comes over, and Portia talks about next steps of care. Carly has the idea of sending Michael to this burn clinic in Germany. It worked for Ava and everything like that. She's like, this is his best option. Okay, so here's the thing. People have been, Tracy, fans, have been questioning Willow's status as a mother as far as making right decisions and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to be honest, and I'm not sitting here trying to shit on anyone's opinions, but like, the reasons why people have coming up with in like Tracy, as far as like Willow not being a fit mother, has just been absolute bullshit. 100% bullshit. Like her decision making skills as far as her kids has nothing to do with her being a bad wife. Okay? I don't care if she took the kids to Washington DC or whatever. I don't care. A that's not being a bad mother. That's just being a bad wife, and actually kind of stupid in the sense of knowing that you have a custody battle on the way. But I wouldn't sit there and say that's being a bad mother. Wouldn't sit there and say, well, she's not as far as making good decision making skills. Up until this point, because while Carly Smith is saying, hey, listen, this new clinic is going to be great, Willow is like, I don't think we should do that because, I don't want him being far away. It'd be really nice to be able to see him and visit him with the kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, hold on, let me get this straight. Carly Smith is telling you that there's a burn clinic that's better than the one that, she's suggesting. But you're like, oh, I don't really know about them. And it's really far away. So I don't think we should sit there and do that. And Portia's like, I don't really know this clinic and stuff. So I can't really even give a good recommendation if, we should be able to do that. So Portia, I understand. But I'm like, if Carly's not there thinking this is a good idea, and you can clearly tell by Ava that she doesn't have any scars on her face whatsoever, this is the best option. But for some odd reason, this is not sinking into Willow, which is the dumbest shit that I've seen so far. So, Sonny's like, we should wake up Michael. We should ask him. Every time that Michael wakes up, he is in agony. It's like he's literally in hell. We really can't come as adults to some sort of conclusion without waking this man up from sleep to agonizing pain. Just to, like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, Michael may not actually be my favorite person, but like, we really gotta do this. Really gotta do this to him. Like, Willow, what's wrong with you at this point? And that's what Carly does. Carly has to wake him up and ask him, what do you want? I thought that was like the dumbest shit that I've seen, but I'm like, okay, yeah, yep, okay, yeah. Jordan, Jordan. Cody, the dick. gets all up in Drew's face. Jordan comes in, breaks it up before it escalates, and after Cody leaves, Jordan's like, "What did you do? Are you serious?" So Drew's like, "He got in my face," and she's like, "No, no, you know." She pretty much like just like you had to do something. And here's my thing. Somebody said this in my comment section yesterday that they are giving him the Julian Jerome treatment. Julian was hated by everybody. Nobody, nobody liked him, and I mean nobody. Anything that was bad, it was a really rainy day. We just sit there and blame it on Julian. And now Drew's getting that same treatment. And I'm like, this is absolutely just. If I was not a fan of this show, and then I not sit there and do this as far as content, I think I probably would have took a couple of days because, like, the way that Jordan goes in, defending a guy who treated her like garbage. The moment that their marriage was over, he ran straight to Portia. But yet, you are defending him. And I'm not saying what Drew did was right. You know, you misled him. Okay, you weren't honest with him, and that was your boy, that was your friend. You could have did that. And that was wrong, right? But Drew's like, yo, you know, he also took my company. And that's something that Curtis did too. But Jordan's like, oh, let's just excuse what he did because clearly you're the bad guy. And at that point, I was like, you know what, Jordan, how long do I actually have to sit there and see your scenes? Because you're defending a guy who treated you like dog shit. And I'm like, this is just absolutely absurd. It's almost as though the show's like, yeah, we're going to find a way every day to sit there and shit on Drew and treat him like absolute garbage. And to the point where they'll probably just kill him off like they did Julian. So, you know, that's awesome. Um, Lulu is still on some BS. You know, she comes in there, the deception, and Brooklyn's there, and she wants a job. They talk back and forth a little bit, and of course Lulu brings up the whole Dante thing, and Brooklyn's like, you know what, I'm gonna go and see my husband now because it's been over 5 years since that's happened, and you're the only one that's not acting like petty Betty about it. I'm not sitting saying you got to be kumbaya about it, but to sit there and constantly give attitude about it, it's just it's so stupid, and it just makes her look so bad. Like, boo, no one cares. It's like you woke up and it's like it happened yesterday. No one cares anymore, boo. Like, grow the fuck up at this point. Now, you know, she tells Maxie that she needs a job, independence, and get her own place with the kids and stuff, and I mean, I don't understand how she says she's gonna like fund this trip or whatever. Because I'm like, you're still gonna need Tracy's money, but I don't know. She needs something to do. Long story short, Maxie's like, all right, listen, I'll give you a job, but you're gonna be Brooklyn's assistant. You gotta sit there and be able to work with her. And can you do that? Obviously, I don't think that she can, and hilarity is gonna ensue, and it's gonna make her look more like this petty Betty woman. Trying to keep this simple. Um, let's see. What else happened? Oh, Chase tried to get through um Tracy, and it's still just a no because Monica and her idiotic reasons. It's not just saying that Willow's a bad mother and she's been making bad decisions and blah 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 blah. So it's a no go with Chase. Brooklyn comes in and it's the same thing at this point. Now Marty's not there talking to Drew. And Drew's like, we gotta sit there and find a way to get those kids back to Willow at this point because what Tracy's doing is illegal. And I don't give a shit how much money she has, how much status and power and everything like that. Like she's not above the law. So they get the boys in blue. They come right in there. I'm like, hey, listen, we want the kids. Tracy's like, I don't know where they are. Okay, cool. I guess we're gonna do this the hard way. So at this point, Drew's like, well, you know what you gotta do. They handcuff her, and I think they're gonna charge her with a resisting arrest. And yeah, um, yeah, I don't even. I'm not even gonna sit there and talk more about this because I still think it's just. Well, we already know the reasons why. Or if you've been watching my videos for the past couple of days, you know why I think that Tracy's doing this. Um, so after seeing Drew and acting like a dick, he goes to Brad in the middle of the daytime, and during a shift where Brad is like, "What the hell are you doing here?" It's like, "Here's some of your money for you and Selena." He owes $5,000. He owes $5,000 to Selena Wu. I hope he enjoys his kneecaps because Selena Wu, I mean, as we know, she don't play that. So, but Brad looks at Lucas and explains to Lucas the way he went up doing it. Lucas is like, hey, listen, you don't have to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not your keeper or anything like that. But he does appreciate him, just being honest with him. Now, again, going back to Lucas, Lucas and Ava had a good conversation. And part of it is just so odd to me that he can have this semi decent relationship with Ava. He couldn't put a tenth of that with Julian, right? You couldn't put a tenth of that with Julian, but for some other reason, you can sit there and actually try with Ava. This is where you already know what I have to sit there and say about that. Um, Now Ava talks to Rick and it's like, hey, listen, we got to get Avery out of the situation. And Rick is like, that's not enough. Like, the fire isn't enough, which is really odd to me. But he explains, hey, listen, Avery was at Carly's place, where she has her own room, her own bed, and it's with her sister and stuff. So it's not going to be a cut and dry case. And part of me was like, that's not enough. I think I actually yelled at the TV at the same time, like, what do you mean that's not enough? There was a fire, and Michael got caught in the crossfire. You're telling me that's not enough? Like, what? Then Jen Sitwell comes in and he wants to sit there and buy a painting. And Rick, for some odd reason, doesn't want to leave because I guess he wants to make sure that she sells his painting. And they talk about Windermere for a little bit. And he sells the painting. She sells the painting. She gets the check. The minute she gets that check, Rick is like, okay, thank you. And just snatches it right out of her hand. And that was the funniest shit that happened today. I think I must have rewound that like 3 times. Because, Rick needs to get paid. Okay? Rick needs to get paid. I find that excuse kind of iffy a little bit. Rick regrets the time that he lost with Molly, since they're saying, because of, our strain with Alexis, I didn't get the time that I liked. And part of me is like, I kind of find that to be a little bit of BS. I'm not saying that, hey, listen, you can't be in the same room, but like, Ava was kind of right when, she did call him an absentee parent. Um, but he did sit there and, Sitwell did sit there and say, hey, listen, I bought some more paintings, you can come over, you can sit there and try to, decorate, help me decorate or whatever, and kisses her hand because, he's enamored with Ava because, Ava still do got it going on, so, can't knock him. Um, I really do feel like I'm missing something though. $5,000. This dude owes Selena Wu 5,000. I wouldn't want to owe Selena Wu $5, let alone 500. Man and lost his damn mind. But in some ways it would kind of serve him right. At least to sit there for Selena to put the fear of God in him. This pettiness with Drew is just so out of nowhere and so unnecessary. It's like, oh, I hate you because you're smug and rich and arrogant. Okay, a lot of people that's smug, rich, and arrogant. You're just picking him what because he's closer. I don't even understand. Okay, I think that's pretty much about it. I cannot think of anything else that wound up happening. But if I forget anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll be talking about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully live stream.